Hello there, this is Garrett Bays again, and I'm very sorry for taking so long to do a second video. I'm sure no, okay, I can't do that. It's just so phony. No, I took my time on this because I just didn't get around to it, and also because I'm not exactly, I've only got two people who viewed my video, despite it saying 5 views. I think it's because I've looked at it myself to see how it was, and a couple other people I know have looked at it. But just the same, I'm going to go ahead and do this again. So I've got more notes this time, so you'll see me looking down. I'm going to be discussing The Empire Strikes Back, my opinion on that film, and I'll state what I think of it just here in a moment. But first, I'd like to read to you a few sentences from the review from the Motion Picture Guide. Fabulous review, you'll love it. They typically have a 5-star. They do movie ratings out of 5 stars, unlike Maltin and Leonard Maltin, Roger Ebert, who always go up to 4, or other people who typically just go up to 4. Motion Picture Guide went up to 5. They gave this one 3.5. That's great. Second of the Star Wars trilogy failed to engender excitement, sympathy, or anything near the enthusiasm of the ones that preceded and followed it. More than $30 million was lavished on this script, written by old-timer Lee Brackett, and newcomer Lawrence Kasdan, and Lucas. I don't need to say who that is. And Lucas may have made a great mistake in trusting this to director Irvin Kershner, who has a history of turkeys, second only to Richard Fleischer and Arthur Hiller. Okay, by that time, yeah, they probably were doing a few turkeys, but yeah. Add that to a cardboard script, and what you have is a great disappointment for all those who found Star Wars so refreshing. Then the plot. Many might argue that this was the most mythic of the three, filled with underlying philosophy. We felt it was the weakest, and might have been greatly improved if Lucas had paid closer attention to it rather than handing over the reins to others. James Earl Jones was Vader's voice again, and the creator of Miss Piggy, Frank Oz, was Yoda. If we'd not seen Star Wars and Close Encounters of the Third Kind already, this might have been impressive. As it was, it wasn't. As Mr. Bolland so beautifully does in his video, I have so many strong words I'd like to say to the Motion Picture Guide. I would toss the book, but it's got other reviews in there, and this book is not so easy to get anymore. They've yet to upload these things onto the internet or re-release them. But anyway, they loved Star Wars. They gave it 5 stars. They clearly, even though 3.5 stars is still rather generous for a movie review of that type, they clearly did not like Empire Strikes Back. Well, let me tell you something, Motion Picture Guide, and a lot of other people, I'm sure, would agree with me on this. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie there is. I would even say it defines Star Wars more than Star Wars, which, frankly, let's be practical. It was Flash Gordon. When Star Wars came out, it was Flash Gordon. Lucas wanted to do Flash Gordon. He couldn't, so he did his own. And now, apparently, the Academy kind of felt the same way, though I don't think they despised it as much as the Motion Picture Guide did. Because compared to I had this all figured out. Now I got to count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Academy Awards that Star Wars was nominated for, winning six of them, if you include the Special Achievement Award. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of them. But then if you include the Special Achievement Award for Ben and Burt sound, it won 7 Oscars. Sadly, Empire was only nominated for 3 Academy Awards, winning only one out of those 3 for Best Sound, but also winning a Special Achievement Award for its visual effects, which it frankly deserved. Frankly, for that matter, the film deserves so much more. And I think that's Empire's. Now, granted, I haven't seen Kershner's movies except for one, and it was a turkey, RoboCop 2. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. Though I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me on that now. I remember Oliver Harper. I think he said he favored that one quite a bit. I don't remember. Forgive me if I'm misquoting you, Oliver. But I do remember that you seem to have a higher opinion of than most people. Anyway, but yeah, that's the only film of his I've seen. I don't know if I'll see many others by the man. Excuse me. So, but I'd like to go back to Star Wars real fast. I read some information since I actually was preparing better for this video, and I found something rather interesting. The original choice of cinematographer for Star Wars was Jeffrey Unsworth, who had photographed 2001. He was the primary photographer anyway. I know the film had additional photography for John Alcott, but I don't know who photographed what. And I found the source for this from an interview that was done with producer Gary Kurtz on IGM Film Force back in November 2002. My papers are flying everywhere. And this is what he says here. I'll probably skip some of this, or no, maybe not, but I may definitely. Hold on.